So good evening, everyone. This is Nancy, and I have Jerry Kroupa with me. And we're very excited tonight to have Brian and Deanne Roes with us, National Marketing Directors. And, Brian and I, at the last conference, Brian had said, I really like this whole concept. And what are you going to do with the Kroupa, Team Kroupa website? And I said, well, I'm going to totally revamp it because we need to do this, this, and this. And Brian says, this is what I was thinking. Brian took it from there. Deanne took it from there. They've totally taken this into their hearts and into their what they do every day. And they have put together the most amazing website for our team. And my experience in 28 years with this company tells me that the only way that we can be successful in this business is to be duplicatable. And so that's what this website is all about. And so Brian tonight and Deanne, his beautiful wife, is going to tell us a little bit about, take us through the website, talk a little bit about the concepts of why it's important to utilize this website, and kind of give you a tutorial, that kind of thing. And then at the end, we're going to call on a few people to talk about how this website has impacted their business. And I have to tell you, I'm part of that because I'm going to tell stories about how it's impacted our personal business as well. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Brian and Deanne. So good evening, and thank you for just doing this for us tonight.
Well, thank you, Nancy. And hello, everyone. Good evening. It's an honor to be here, and I am really excited to share this website with you. Hopefully, you've had a chance to look at it on your own. Although, since Deanne and I are kind of innovators, and we try things, and if we don't like the way they work, we go back and tweak them a little bit. And so, if you've gone on any number of times, you've seen things probably time you did that. But before I share my screen and show you the website, I do want to just talk a little bit about the philosophy behind this. Last conference, it was really clear that systems create duplication. And in order to grow our teams and our businesses, we can't personally just know what to do, but we need to be able to have it so simple that anyone who joins our team will know exactly what to do to get customers and get team members. That's what we do. We get customers, we get team members. And so with that, the website was really born. And I, one of the things that I was just thinking about as it was forming together is having a very simple startup system for new distributors. We took a poll on our team and basically asked everyone, we asked this question: what holds you back? If anything holds you back, what holds you back from asking people to join your business, to join the Juice Plus business? And the number one answer that people said was, I don't know what to do if they say yes. Oh. And that's why I don't share the business with people. And so it became very evident that people needed a really clear way to start up new distributors. And we also, there's so many websites out there in the Juice Plus world. I mean, I can think of 10 off the top of my head that all have great information. But the problem is that there's 10. That's the problem. And it gets confusing. And when new people start getting sent here for one thing and there for another, it's just confusing. And so our goal was to bring together a website that was simple, that was beautiful to use, that we could be proud of, and that really, really worked in helping get new distributors started. Do you want to share anything before we share the screen?
And the other thing too is that we wanted anybody to be able to build a business, whether or not they had a sponsor that was there to help them. And we also wanted people to be able to start new distributors, even if it was their own first day. So 2 people starting up, no one needs to be an expert, and no one even needs to be present to hold anyone's hand in order to go through this website. So that was the other desired outcome for the website.
Yes. So with this said, I'm going to share my screen and show this to you. And this is all, by the time you get this recording, some things on this might tweak and develop and change and whatever, but you'll get to see a really pretty accurate version. So the URL is virtualfranchisetraining.com. And we wanted to have a name of the website that was not necessarily team specific. We wanted one that could apply to anyone, so that it didn't matter whose downline you were in or whose NMD, you know, who was your NMD. We wanted it just a name that would encompass everyone. Now on the home screen, there's a little welcome message and a video from the company. And we wanted to feature the leaders. And so we have the national marketing directors with a little story, along with QNMDs and senior sales coordinators. And we found it really helpful when people are first joining our team, just to scroll down through and say, hey, I want to just show you the caliber of people that we work with our company, and introduce them just to a few people in our organization. So that's wonderful. And of course, as we raise up new senior sales coordinators and people get promoted, these pictures will get moved up. So I look forward to moving those up as all of you get your promotions and putting your face up here. That's like the best part. The orange star is really very, very important. So the orange star is get started here. This is where you go when you start a new distributor. Okay, so I'm just going to click here, and this is what happens. It takes you to a screen called the New Representative Meeting. Learn how to build your Juice Plus business. And as you see the purple marbles, you see this? A long time ago, I heard a person talk about reaching in a bag, and every time there was white marbles and purple marbles, and every time you reached in and you looked at the color, and if it was purple, then that represented like finding somebody that wanted to join your Juice Plus business. And if it was white, then you just set it down and keep drawing out. So this is about purple marbles. These are the people who have said, yes, I want to join your team. Now, sometimes people join our team, and they join our team because they just want to share with a few people. They just they have like a sister and a mom and a neighbor that they want to share with. Well, they don't need a whole bunch of training. Those people, we have a special little one-page section for them. This meeting that I'm showing you now is really for people that really want to build a business, okay? But if they just want to get a few customers, you can click on this button right here, and it'll take you to a page. It also takes you to get a customer. So it's the same site. So you can go get a customer, or you can click here. And if someone just wants to get a customer, this takes them through that. And you can literally do this in maybe 20, 30 minutes with someone. What you'll need is your Juice Plus story, your experiencejp.com website, and an order form. That's all people need. And so this is, Nancy, there's some talking. Can you find that and mute that, please? Thank you. And so this Juice Plus story is just very simple. Anyone can share it, and you can easily help them craft their own Juice Plus story. After they have their story, you just show them this website. Now, experiencejp.com is a very simple website that has a short 7-minute video, which I love. Michelle Ball does a beautiful job of talking about Juice Plus, and it also has some little buttons here that you can just push, and it answers questions. What's in Juice Plus? What does Juice Plus do? Where has Juice Plus been studied? You see, and how do I get started on Juice Plus? Well, you talk to the person who shared the website with you. And there's also a few more videos here below. And we will be expanding this, and we will be creating a Tower Garden version of this page as well. But that's a great, simple website that people can memorize and share easily. And then, of course, the order form. And there's a video that tells people how to place the orders online. So if somebody just wants to get a few customers, that's what to do. That's where to take them. Now, let's go back to the page we were just on, and I'll show you how we actually start up new distributors. If someone comes and they say, you know, I'm interested, I'm a little curious, I'm not quite sure if I want to do this or not. Well, we put together a tab called Learn More that has 2 simple, powerful videos on it. And you can actually send them to this website and tell them to click on Learn More. And they can come through and they can watch this little 18-minute video about our company. And it's just an overview of the products, the research, the business model, and the philanthropy that the company's in. It gives them a great general understanding. And then there's this beautiful video by Lauren Slocum called What If? And so that's where I like to send people if they're kind of deciding, you know, they might need a little bit more information about the business. then this is where I send them. I send them to learn more. Yes.
And chances are, if they come here and they click on learn more, they're going to start clicking around on the other things too. And it's a great way for them to just learn about kind of how we do things without them feeling any sort of pressure.
Yes, absolutely. People love knowing that there's a system in place. And when they see the system on the website, it's impressive. Okay, so let's pretend they say yes. Well, now it's time to take them through this new representative meeting. And when you do this, there's a document called the Roadmap Workbook. And if you click on the Roadmap Workbook, I prefer to print it out. If we're face-to-face, you can print it out and just have it with paper. Or if you're on the computer, you can do it over Zoom like this. And what's beautiful is you can actually type right in here. So all of these forms, you can type in your name. Now, one thing I will say is that I would be sure to download this form first. If you click this little arrow button, it'll download it onto your computer. And then that version that downloads, that's the one that you should actually type into, because then it'll save your typing. If you just click on the link and then you start typing here, there's no way to print this. It'll print a blank copy. So do download, every time you're typing something like this, download it to your computer first. And that's the version that you type in. But the Roadmap Workbook, let me just zoom out a little bit. It's 20 pages. It's quite the document, but very, very robust. And I'll just scroll through it quickly. There's a checklist for your first meeting, and you're going to use this with your meeting, and you sort of check things as you go along and fill some things in. There's a homework page after the meeting. This is what they take home and they do on their own. A page how to create your product story, how to create your business story with fill in the blanks. And then this is a checklist for the sponsor. So after you're finished with your meeting, there are some things the sponsor needs to do. You have to add them to the Facebook group. You need to create a Voxer chat. There's some simple things, and we don't want anyone to forget any of these. So we made a nice little checklist, including a suggested post you can put on Facebook. We also have the memory jogger in here. And so this is a great memory jogger. There's a lot out there, but this is a one that we love to use. It's very simple, and it has some good strategies for reaching out to certain types of people. There's spaces for 100 names on this memory jogger. And then, of course, the designing your team form. This is where you would be able to type in 5 people that you'd love to work with and make a plan to contact them and invite them into the business. There's a checklist for social media. Make sure that you're doing the right things on social media to grow your business. And we have this guide with all of the product points, all of the PVC points, and what you need to do to get your first bonuses and promotions. A form where you can track these points as well. And then we have a copy of the order form with the new Omega Blend right here. And this package, normally when I print these, I put them front and back. So the Shred 10 packages are available right on the flip side of it. And then Tower Garden, and same thing, I put the bundles on the back of that. So that's called the Roadmap Workbook. And it's wonderful when people have that resource. They actually feel very empowered because everything is right there in front of them. They like to, put it in a binder and keep it together. And so the Roadmap Workbook is a companion to this meeting. For simplicity and duplication, read the following steps directly from this page. And I actually tell people, when I start new distributors, I tell them, look, it's so easy to start new distributors. I'm just going to read this page. And so you know what? Tomorrow, if you get a new team member, you'll do the same thing. That creates duplication. So we've designed this so you don't need to figure out how to say anything or what to remember or whatever. The first day a distributor signs up, they literally can sit down and just read through the page and go through the Roadmap Workbook and make it all work. So I'm not going to read through all of this. It would take too long. You'll do it on your own. But here's the steps. First, you talk about the why, and you write that down, okay? And that takes about 5 minutes. Next is they purchase their virtual franchise if they haven't yet. So they go on and actually pay their $50, get their online office set up and stuff. And then you take some time setting expectations, just letting people know that we want them to become independent as quickly as possible, and finding out, see the highlighted part, we want to find out what they want. Do they casually want to share with a few friends? Or do they want to make $500 to $1,000 a month or so to get started with? If they choose A, well, then we're going to take them to that get a customer page. There's no need to go through the whole rest. But if they choose B, then you just keep going, all right? On the next step, they're going to create their story. And they have two stories. There's a product story and a business story. And the product story is very self-explanatory. The worksheet is in there. You just basically fill in the blanks. And we tell them, listen, a 3-star story is perfect right now. It does not need to be 5-star. Just get a story that you can tell to people. And it'll get polished over time. The business story can be, it can be helpful with the business story to watch this little video that Deanne made, because the business is really something where you lead from your heart, and there's a little bit of emotion put into it. And there's also a little bit, there's a few more components with the business story. So I would recommend watching that business story together, that training, before filling out the business story worksheet. So just take 6 minutes. It'll be very helpful for you all. After the stories are created, and we do encourage them to actually write the stories out. You know, like they fill in the blanks, but then they actually write it out into a paragraph. And the homework is to memorize it. They should memorize their story. It'll change a little bit based on who they're talking to, but we want them to have it short, sweet, concise, and powerful. We start making a list. And on the memory jogger, we want to just get the wheels turning. We want to get 20 people, you know, their names down. And there's order forms here and stuff like that. So some of these people, they can just go to and just start sharing Juice Plus. We want them to start designing their team. So get a buddy or 5. So write down the 5 dream team members. And you see people start like really getting excited. They start visualizing, whoa, these people could be my customers. These people could be my team members. And it's almost like that intention of thinking about who they want is like gas in their engine that really gets them going. So we love that. And then after that, then there's launch events. Now, the launch events are such an important part of your business. And I would like to see, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. I'd like to see, by a wave of hands, who has attended one of Nancy's Own Your Life events on Monday nights. Who's been to one of those? Okay. Aren't they fabulous? Aren't they just wonderful? They're such great, wonderful events. And they happen every Monday night. And so you always have something to invite people to. Launch events are for a new distributor, and they're specialized because they're just for that person who's starting their new business. It's just for them. It's a private invitation. And we have a special, just a special little system for that with these launch events. So what are they? They're about 25 or 30 minutes, and you as the sponsor will host the Zoom call. Usually, now listen, normally it's over Zoom because these people who are getting started, they have friends all over the place. So Zoom is an ideal way to do that. If they happen to have a ton of local friends, you can use the same script and do it in somebody's house or a restaurant or whatever. But we found that Zoom is wonderful because people don't need to drive or get babysitters or clean their house or whatever. So with that said, it's very simple. There is a script that you can download right here. There is an image that you can put pictures on, and it's like a little invitation. And there's a little video here that tells you how to invite people. So the script, let me just show this to you quickly. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I updated that. I need to fix that link. You can also get more information on these in this little drop-down menu, Zoom launch calls. I'll just show you the script so you can see it. Now we have, these invitations. How do you invite someone? Here's what to say. Real simple. And the script is right here. Download the script. So it looks like this, and bigger is in the whole screen like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are directions, and it tells how to invite. And then when you scroll down, you can cut on the dotted line. So you actually have sort of a stack of paper. It's like cards, and you can set them on front of your computer. And as you're reading them, it's like you're looking at the camera, but you're really reading the paper. So it's super easy. And so basically the first part is a little welcome and introduction. Before we record, we like to say hello and, introduce the guests and let the new distributor, chat and welcome everyone. So it's casual and informal, but then we push the record button and we jump right in with this. And it goes through a little introduction, and we talk about how important nutrition is and why we do what we do. And then we introduce the Juice Plus capsules, chewables, and the Omega Blend. And of course, we mentioned the Tower Garden as well on this card. We talk about the complete shakes. And then we shift into product stories. And so now the new representative gets to share their product story. And it's a great chance for them to do that because guess what? They have it written down because you helped them do that earlier in this lesson. So they share their product story. If you have another representative on there, a friend, they can share their story, or you can share your product story. And then we also send them to healthylivingrevolution.com just for some free resources. So then we transition into business. Now we always go from the product into the business. We never skip the business because people deserve to hear about the business. We can't assume that they're not going to be interested. And so we have a really nice transition. And I just want to read this to you so you know what it sounds like. As you can see, our main mission is to bring freedom through improved health. We are so proud that 85% of Juice Plus is purchased by people who are customers only, but there's also some people who are looking for another type of freedom. And that's where the freedom revolution comes in. Or if you wanted to, you could say the Juice Plus company comes in, whatever. Let's transition now and talk about the company behind Juice Plus. Like I said before, we're not here to ask anything from you, but we want to share why we do this business, what it's done for us, just in case you think of someone who needs to hear what's possible. We share by word of mouth with such scientifically sound products and fantastic experiences. It's easy to do. All right? So it's this very gentle, and it's like, hey, you might know someone who this is good for. So we talk about the company, a few bullet points, and then we share some business stories at the end. And the new representative will share their business story, and another guest storyteller can share their story, or that can be you. And then we conclude. And now when we conclude, we don't say, would you like to get Juice Plus? Or you have 3 choices. We don't say that. We just say, hey, we're looking to network with 2 types of people. First, we have to fix these bullet points. First, people who are ready to invest in their health. Second, anybody who wants to partner with us. Okay, and it's this very nice, casual, indirect approach. And then after the Zoom launch call, we tell how to follow up. So that event right there is it's really wonderful. It's a wonderful way to start distributors. And we actually tell our team, we say, you know what, let's keep doing these over and over until you have a qualified business. Let's do 2 of them or 4 of them a month until you have a qualified business. And people are really enjoying it, really latching onto that. So that's the step 7. And then step 8 is you just schedule the next business events. And these are things like boot camps, local events, Juice Plus Live. But the most important thing is the next meeting with the sponsor, which can happen over Zoom, but it's the sooner the better. And then we have them get on Voxer and take a little picture. And the little checklist is here for the sponsor. Now the homework below, and we go over this together, we want to make sure that they have Voxer set up. If they didn't above, make sure they have Zoom set up, make sure the virtual office is set up. We have this little video again to show them how to place orders online. They're going to finish their memory jogger, and then they're going to learn about the 2000 plus. And we consider the HLP kind of like a step to get to the 2000 plus. We don't really focus too much on the HLP, but it is here, so they can learn a little bit about that first bonus. But the big first goal is the 2000 plus. And again, we do have the tracker forms. So there's one you can print off. There's one you can do on your computer that automatically adds up the points. And we have a little video here that shows people how to log into their virtual office and see, where are my customers in terms of getting my next promotion. We do talk about social media. We want them to be able to post their first post. We give a nice little example here. We want them to make people curious. We don't want them to just blab on about Juice Plus. That's not effective on social media. And then we want them to also read GoPro. So they can either read GoPro online or they can purchase the book. And there's 2 links for it right here. I like to tell people when they're starting just to read chapters 1 through 5. I'll say, hey, chapters 1 through 5, it's only 30 pages. It'll maybe take you an hour or so to read. I highly recommend it. It'll help you know everything you need for this business to get this first 2,000 plus. It'll save me about 5 hours of teaching you, and it'll save you about 10 hours of figuring it out. So just take the time, read the book, and it'll help. So that's the first, that's called the new representative meeting. Yes. So let me stop sharing, and Deanne's going to say something.
All right, everybody take a big, deep breath. Woo! That was a lot.
It's like drinking from a fire hose.
So what, in like 20, 25 minutes, we've taken you through how to start up a new rep, and it may seem like it's a lot right in this moment, but I remember when we got started, which was about 12 years ago, everybody remember the big, thick 5-pound manual, you know, the ka-chunk, you know, and we had to learn to run our business from that big manual. I remember they had trainings on where to put the tabs in the important spots in the manual so you could train your new people. So even though this may seem like a lot right now, we've done this several times with new reps, and you do want to like set aside a good 2 hours for that first initial meeting and just help them understand, listen, this is going to take an initial time investment of 2 hours with me, and then maybe another hour on your own, and then some time, subsequent time moving forward. Isn't that amazing that you can build an incredible business with just a few hours of investing in learning how to do it? And then that way it'll be like the greatest gift in the world. So
may I add a point here real quick, you guys? So I've been around a lot longer than you two guys, like 28 years. So we entered into this business with nothing. We did not have websites. We did not have brochures. We had nothing. And so actually there was no duplication, period. Because this person would like have this great way to build a business, but then we'd learn this person had their own way. Nothing was the same. And it wasn't until a cassette tape, remember cassette tapes 100 years ago? It wasn't until we had a cassette tape that we shared that we absolutely saw that this business could become and did become duplicatable. And that was with Juice Plus, and it was a very short cassette tape. I gave it to a person to listen to. He came to our house. He ordered Juice Plus, and I said, I only had 3 cassette tapes, only 3. And I said, can I have my cassette tape back? He said, no, I gave it to my chiropractor. You know, it was then I realized that this business is the most important thing is duplication. And that's what the number one reason for this website is duplication. And all of this is so easy. It's like with Bud and his team, we got started and I said, all you have to do is read this. He has 2 distributors now. He just did his 2,000 plus. And all he has to do is do what I did with him and read right off of this website. It's genius. It's genius. And if you seriously want to build a business, then you have to work through this website to make that happen. So I just wanted to add my experience to this. So
thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
You know, one of the things I mentioned earlier is that there are a lot of websites, and I specifically asked my team, please, please, please stop going there. Please, if there's something on another website that you feel is so important that it needs to be fit into our system, then let me know, and I'll find a good home for it. With the exception of Wendy Campbell's website has so many wonderful resources that are specific for like health conditions. That one I think is brilliant on its own. But everything else, I've asked people, please use one website so that your team, our team, don't get confused, right? And it's really been wonderful. So since then, I've been getting, hey, Brian, I love this resource. Could we add it in? And within a few days, I get it added into the right place. And so right now, I think that we have almost everything that we would need. But if you see something on another website that you feel is so important, pass it to your national marketing director, and they'll pass it on to me. That's the chain. Give it to your NMD, and then they'll pass it on to me so that we can get it positioned. Now, let me show you some of the other cool features of this website. First, if you click on Roadmap, now Roadmap is, there's three sort of phases. There's a new representative meeting, and that's actually what we just looked at. Okay, so that's when you get started. Well, the goal of the new representative meeting is to help you get to your 2,000 plus, right? To get your promotion to virtual franchisee. After you do that, hey, we have a section just for you here. It's called Qualify Your Business Meeting. Because after you get your 2,000 plus, your goal is to qualify your business, which will make it really easy for you to go right on to sales coordinator as well. And so we have an agenda here for another meeting. And this one, you can do it on your own, but it's probably best if you do it with your sponsor. So this will come a little bit later. And look, for simplicity and duplication, follow the steps. So you're assessing your business growth, you're reviewing your memory jogger, you're learning about the performance bonus, which is the bonus that comes when you have a qualified business, or as we like to call it, a jackpot business, because it's like you hit the jackpot. Club levels start getting explained here. Learning your PVC report. Now we're going to be filling these in. There will be videos here, but you'll be able to watch this video with your new virtual franchisees, and they'll explain how to look at those documents. The requirements for sales coordinator, how to read your 12-month analysis, customer genealogy, how is your social media use? It takes this much to get to your 2,000 plus, but if you want to start growing a team, well, we're going to really have to look at that social media and see if it's going well. So there's a checklist here you can look at together. And then there's some more events, and there's some more homework as well. Getting your DMO locked in, becoming amazing at customer care, and what I think is very important is becoming very familiar with the rest of this website, because we want you to be able to, instead of feeling like you have to answer everyone's questions, who has time for that? As your team grows, you're going to start having first 5 people, and then 10 people, and then 20 people, and then 50 and 100, and who knows how many distributors Nancy has on her team. If everybody's coming to you for all the answers, it's not fun. So we want you to become an expert of the website, so that if somebody happens to say, hey, can you tell me how to blank, you can say, you know what, go to this tab on our website and it's right there. You can read that. That'll help. And you can start sending people there, and eventually they'll start finding those things on their own. So I want to show you some of those items. Okay. First, Deanne's going to share here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to share some of the other stuff.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let me share with you a little bit of the rest of the tabs on the website. So this was my idea today. I just think this is so cool. There are certain things that come across our path that are just so current, exciting, they're brand new, and you think about, well, gosh, I want my people to experience that. Well, you can put it up in your Facebook group, but it gets lost in the feed, and you don't want it to get buried in the website either. So we came up with this What's Hot tab, and we put in here a couple of the coolest things that just have come around the bend. And the first one is Juice Plus Omega Blend with Nancy Kroupa. And the next one is a team call training that I did a few weeks ago called the Firm Foundation. And I think we're going to find something else cool here. So this is kind of like what's hot right now. There's going to be some great stuff in there. And then every month or two, we'll switch it out. And, some of these things we'll keep and give a home in the website. But we don't want our closet to get so full that every time we open it, everything falls out, right? So we may just kind of phase certain things out. So that's what's hot.
And I do want to say, again, if you see something that you think, wow, this is such a great call, training, whatever, pass it to your NMD. Mm-hmm. They'll sort of look at it, and if they want to, then they can pass it on to us, and we'll put it in here.
Great.
Yep.
The next tab is called Build Your Business. And somebody's chatting here. Let me just see if it's something. Okay, yeah, good idea. So with building your business, These are some important topics. Like if you picture like an organized closet, like I just said, and there's a box for everything, and inside each box, you can take the box down, take the lid off, and dive into that specific topic. And so we have Get a Customer, we have Zoom launch calls, and we have other specific topics. Now, some of these things are inside the startup system, but they also are over here. This particular one I'm excited about, called Talking to People. This is literally like you can sit down and become a student of talking to people. So we have Celine Perot, our amazing QNMD upline. She said, she's talking about saying less to more people. Here's one that I did on how to share Juice Plus. This is by Sinead Kavanaugh, How to Sell When You Hate Selling. Here's an Eric Worre memory jogger, answering questions, and then a few worksheets. Okay, so that's all about talking to people. We have one on social media where you can become a student of social media. And we've got some trainings here, awesome Facebook posts. So this is really cool right here.
Yeah.
That you can refer your new person to, either as a proactive approach to social media, or a, hey, that post that you posted wasn't so great, let's look at some good ones. You can send them to here, and there's wonderful examples of great social media posts that cultivate curiosity. Okay? Okay. And then we've got DMO, everything about becoming proficient at DMO, events, three-way calls, and then this last one is everything having to do with the marketing plan. Profit and incentive guide, product points, promotions, points tracker, the compensation plan, and all of the bonus requirements. All right, so if you've got somebody that says, gosh, I just want to learn the numbers, you can say, great, I'm not going to teach them to you. You can go teach yourself. Go to the marketing plan and have fun. Now, this Essentials tab is things that are really important. The 4 beliefs is a very important place, because we all know that in order to build a business, we have to build belief in these different areas. And so if you're working with a team member that may feel stuck, that may be having obstacles, you can ask them questions and find out which of the 4 beliefs they need strengthening in. And again, instead of providing that yourself, you can say, listen, I want you to go and spend some time building your belief in the company. And there's wonderful things here that they can just submerge themselves into building belief in those different areas. There's a customer care tab here. You can encourage your new 2000 plus to spend 30 minutes diving into customer care and putting those things into action. We've got everything Tower Garden. We've got the growing resources, the growing guide, seedling providers, the YouTube channel, a video on business resources, the order forms, and also there is fast tracking the Tower Garden somewhere. Yeah. And then we've got Healthy Living Revolution, Shred 10, and then Brian's going to finish by telling about the libraries.
Yes, so the libraries, there are obviously, you want quick access to some things. So we have a document library, a video library, and an inspiration library. And you might see things getting put in here as they appear, as they become available. But like the document library, let's say you need a quick order form, or you need a script, or you need the certification for the complete kosher certification. I mean, boom, it's right there. Real quick click. And whoops, I go back here. And so yeah, this is the document library. And there's also the video library. This is going to become a little bit more. We're gonna sort of vet these videos and make sure that we have the best of the best. But these are videos that you can go in if you want. If you have somebody that's dealing with cancer, you can come here, click on this, and these are some videos specifically about cancer and Juice Plus, or nurses, Tower Garden Complete. There's some business videos as well. So the Omega Blend is there also. Some of my favorites are under the family. You guys have got to hear like Elizabeth's story, Carrie's story, Celine's story, Symphony's story. Like, these are just normal people sharing their own story about Juice Plus. It's amazing. The corporate ones are great, but I love the personal stories. And then we also have the Inspiration Library. And these are things that are just really exciting. You know, there's a call where all in, where some people are sharing why they're all in for the Juice Plus business, and Jim Rohn training, some nice trainings from national marketing directors like Michelle Ball, Emma Sneddon, some NMD speeches here. This is a collection of national marketing director speeches. And so if you want to inspire people, just say, hey, go listen to 5 NMD speeches today. And there's a whole bunch there, and we're going to keep adding them as they become available also. And our leader stories. Jerry and Nancy, Ken and Carol, Joe and Caroline Canizero, and Deanne and I have recorded our story, and any other NMDs are more than welcome to send me your story, and we'll put it in here, and so you can also have access to those too. So that's basically the general, 30,000 foot overview of the website. Nancy, I'll turn it back to you now.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I am muted, but anyway, that is amazing. Thank you for that amazing tour. It's very exciting, and I just really hope that everyone just gets a flavor and spend some time, maybe tomorrow. It's getting a little late tonight, but tomorrow, really going through and getting some of their concerns answered through that website, because they will feel more confident to recruit, to bring people into this business if it's laid out for them, where they can work with their sponsor and they can work together as a team to build out a new distributorship. So I know I've got a couple people I've asked, and I asked Dana if you would unmute, and Dana's business is so hot down in Texas. Man, whew! Dana, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you've been utilizing this website along with, bringing your team on?
Will do, Nancy. Yeah, I absolutely love this website. And I really have to say, I feel like my business that's been growing so much the last couple of months has a lot to do with this website. I mean, the bottom line for me is it has built my confidence to even be able to share the business with people that I think I just was really holding back. And Brian, you kind of addressed that in the beginning. That was kind of one of the reasons to do it. But it has changed my world completely. I love everything in it. It is a one-stop shop. I love taking my new reps there. I'll tell you one of my things that I love the most about it is the, well, this is just one little thing, there's a lot of things, but the company overview I think is brilliant. I love to send people to that when they're just even considering it, when I think this business might be something great for them and they don't even know. I mean, I love that it just, it doesn't just show what we do and what we share, but who the company is. So I don't know, I think it's brilliant. I love it. I'm so proud to be a part of this company and have this to share with people. And I think it's giving my new reps confidence as well.
Okay. And I understand that you have like 2 new fast trackers, right? That are just like going nuts, right?
Yeah. I have several HLPs in the last 2 months, and then I've got 2 2,000 pluses, and one of those is a summer surge. We haven't got the official notice yet. I'm waiting to celebrate, but I'm very excited. So, and I honestly, a lot of it is this. It really is. Everything is here that we need. So thank you.
Well, you're so welcome, and thank you so much, Dana Schumacher, for sharing your story and stories about your team, because we're so proud of you, and you're just like moving forward, and I just love hearing these stories. So congratulations. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
I know. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys, Nancy.
That's great. Well, I have a new Summer Surge fast tracker, Bud. And Bud, if you would unmute, Bud is not computer, like he's good at it, but he doesn't do it. Right, Bud? And
oh, boy.
Bud just completed his Summer Surge the last day of the month. And he has Josh, who is a brand new HLP on his team. And he's actually with Tony, who's ready to go, will be his next fast tracker. And so, Bud, would you come on and just, kind of talk a little bit about this website? And we've kind of shared it together, and how you feel about duplication and so forth.
Yeah, actually, Nancy, it's very, to say it's impressive is certainly an understatement. I'll just say that I feel like I've gone from kindergarten to first grade. I'm going to get there. We're going to get to high school, but with the help of not only Brian and Deanne, it's just incredible what you've created. And but thank you to you and Jerry, and hey, I got to take my hat off to Josh too, because his parents are about my age, so I always go to Josh because he's used to dealing with old people, So, but anyway, so we're going to get there. But it puts in perspective too. If you really want to make serious money with this, you really have to take it seriously. And so it's kind of been a lesson for me that I do have to get into the 21st century. Even if it's baby steps, we're going to get there. So, but it's still, and you can intertwine that with old school being, one-on-one with people, Zoom calls. I mean, I guess that technology right there, Nancy, is a thing that I think will also explode your business, is the Zoom calls. You and I just did a one-on-one on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to following up with that person. And it's amazing, no matter where you're at, you can do it. You and Jerry were on vacation for 3 weeks, and it was very instrumental in helping me get to where we are today. So thank you to everybody, Dan and Brian as well.
It's all about duplication, right, Bud?
Sure is, you betcha.
Yep, that's great. Well, here he is with Tony Ann, his new distributor, and we're real excited for your team and your growth, and we're really proud of you. So congratulations.
And again, thank you to Josh as well. Yeah.
Well, maybe Josh wants to come on. Josh, do you want to unmute yourself, and do you want to say anything about our website? And
I actually did unmute myself while he was talking. I do have to say that the website is one that is very impressive. We were communicating outside of this, and we also have a fellow friend that's really into technology, and he would be blown out of the water about all this. And it's just been nice to be able to kind of coach Bud along and help him understand that, it's all there. We just got to use what's there and keep doing it every day. And that's what I've learned just by getting the 2 customers in the last day. I was on cloud 9 that both of them agreed to do this with us and to join the journey. One of my customers was actually a customer about 10 years ago with a gentleman that lives in the area, and he kind of fell off, and he's going through some health concerns right now. And he looked at me and he said, I really need to do something to change the way I'm living. And I said, well, here you go. And I'm really excited to see where he goes with it. He's getting his son involved by taking it. His son's a volunteer EMT for a local city where we live. And I'm really excited to see if he can possibly help me grow the business. And we'll see where it goes from there.
it's all about duplication, right, Josh?
That's right.
That's right. Well, thank you, Josh, for sharing your thoughts with us tonight. And I'm going to bring on Luann, too, because Luann is building a new team as well. And Luann, maybe you could share with us a little bit about what this website has meant to you.
Well, for me, it was real exciting in that I was one where I felt like I didn't know where to go with all the different websites there were. So to have as several of us have said, one place, one stop. That just makes it great. And I refer back to it. It's like, it's on the virtual training website under this tab. Go here, I'll copy. So to have this as our one place, I love. And even the videos that when you copy them off our website, they aren't a general YouTube one. So they don't link into other YouTube ones. They're just whatever it is. So, and I'm amazed that every time I go on here, there's something new. So, I mean, just to find the launch call tab, it's like, oh my gosh, they're all right there. So, I mean, that's where I'm just, if my team, if anyone wants to be with me, it's like, this is it. This is where you go. And tonight I felt like, oh, I've got to find out more because I'm already energized, realizing there's little pieces I haven't explored. So I just feel like it gives a way to bring anybody in, and it gives it confidence, like Dana was saying. I could do this, anyone can do it.
That's great. Thank you, Luann, for sharing your thoughts of that. Anyone else want to share how this has worked for them before we wrap this call up tonight? Okay, you're all muted. So Brian and Deanne, do you have any other thoughts you'd like to share with us before we say goodnight?
Yeah, so I just want to encourage all of you where this website fits into your business as you grow. We've kind of learned that growing this business is 20% mechanics and 80% mindset, but you can't move ahead if you don't have the mechanics taken care of. And so this website takes care of that mechanical piece, and it also is a home for people to go to where they can work on themselves, and that's the mindset piece. And so it really is the catalyst for everything that we need to grow a business. And I'll never forget what Sandy Campagna told me. She's an NMD in the Chicago area. She said, Deanne, you work one-on-one with the leaders and you let the system carry the rest. And so this website, our desired outcome is for it to be a springboard for leaders, but also a way to carry all of the people that just want to share a little bit of Juice Plus as they go through life, so that you can work less, talk more, share more, and let the system do the work for you. So we just have been so grateful to give our best to this team, and we hope that it helps you do whatever you want with this business.
Brian?
I'm good.
You're good. You said it all, right, Brian? Well, I want to thank you again, both Brian and Deanne, for just all your hard work and your dedication. And not only that, but your giving heart and just working so hard. It's just like, oh, I just created another video. It's like, okay, for me, I'd have to think about it and like write it all down, and it'd take me like 3 days. You just like, bam, do it. So we appreciate that. And what came to mind as you were talking about the changes you make daily or weekly is that this is alive. This is alive. This is amazing because it's always up to date. So again, thank you very much. And to all of you, I'm going to open up so we can all see each other in the gallery. I just want to say to all of you, thank you for taking this time to come together tonight and to learn about this amazing website. And the most important part is to go tomorrow, go through, check out all these different links and so forth, familiarize yourself, and then go out and share it with people, because people are looking for this business. They're looking for us. They're looking for ways that they can add to their bottom line. Excuse me. And the number one reason why this website's going to work is because of the duplication factor. It's so easy that a brand new person can duplicate what you've done with them, and they can become successful too. And they will see that when they go through the site with you. And that's the bottom line. That's what we want with this business. So we're out there to just make a difference in the world. And to me, You're the most amazing team in the world as we've locked arms and we've gone out together to make a difference in the world, and we're doing it together. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And with that, we're going to say goodnight. So have a great day. And this recording will be published here by tomorrow morning. So you can share it with your teammates that could not be on the call tonight. Have a great evening, everyone. Good night. And see you in Indy.
Good night. Thank you.
Good
So
night.
much.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, guys.